Now today we're going to fully explain Barou's new Predator Eye and how it works. Now Barou has gained this ability in the latest chapters as he uses it to also showcase his new weapon, the Stealth Kill Shot. Now we see from training with Ubers that Barou has specifically been working on his ability as a goal hunter to defeat goalkeepers in a 1v1. His shot was already very good, but could be figured out if one could figure out its timing and motion. Snuffy was able to teach Barou to not shoot when he wants to shoot, but to shoot the instant an enemy lowers their guard. Because of this, Barou now is constantly looking at the goalkeeper when he moves. He's not solely looking at the ball, but taking in the vision of his teammates and the goalie. Barou has now truly evolved into a new striker and now has the ability to mass produce goals. He's a true successor to Snuffy, and this also comes with thanks of Ubers. Ubers has plans and tactics that allow each player to shine, and they all act as arms and legs for Barou to score. A predator constantly uses its senses to see the moment its prey relaxes and drops its guard. This is a huge shock towards Gagamaru as he could not see the ball at all and did not know who even scored. It looks like this Ubers match is going in a completely new direction than we have seen in previous games. It looks like everyone is getting someone to go after in a 1v1 duel. For Barou, his duel opponent is Gagamaru. This will be the ultimate test for Gagamaru as well, and not many people have been talking about him as he is the goalkeeper. How will he respond to Barou's new weapon as Ubers responded well to Isagi's new weapon? Barou is going to be constantly attacking Gagamaru and looking at him like prey. He will catch any moment of weakness or hesitation like a lion and will find his spots to score. We already know that Barou only shoots when the opponent lets their guard down, so I wonder how often will Gagamaru let his guard down for Barou to score again. Last time Barou was able to confuse Gagamaru in a narrow space where he could not see who was shooting. Now I think Gagamaru will adjust, but we don't know what other strategies Ubers have in their arsenal, so this will be a good matchup for both of them, as we have not seen Gagamaru showcase too many special moments in the NEL so far. Now going back to what Hiyori said about Barou and how he thrives in situations where he can come from the darkness and wait for the right moment. Predator Eyes was a great new weapon for Barou as he already had the playstyle meant for it. He always was a guy that would strike for any opportunity, as we have seen him doing many times from Isagi. His new skills mixed in with Lorenzo really does make them a solid core that doesn't look like they can be beat. His winning formula of Predator Eyes is what truly awakened Barou's abilities. He now can fully utilize his skills to a great extent and won't just be delusional and overconfident. Even in the Nagi spinoff, we see that Barou in the first selection would also wait in the shadows to score on Team Y. When left unmarked, he begins to shine a talent that lies in wait in the shadows like a Joker. This playstyle was meant for Barou since the beginning. With Predator Eye, he has turned the tides on vision and creativity for his playstyle. He lacked the patience at first for shooting and always stood out, causing a good goalkeeper to be able to block him. Now with his new level of patience, he is an unstoppable beast and arguably the best striker in bluelock currently. Now we're going to talk about Barou and Isagi. Now both of these guys now have gotten a new visual ability and a new second weapon. It goes to show how fast they are both evolving as strikers under their masters. Just when we thought Isagi was reaching a completely new pace, we also had Barou gaining so much momentum as well. Both of these characters have been rivals now for quite some time, and you can tell that they are now growing at a good pace together. I think the conversation Barou had with Isagi a long time ago has allowed him to develop his Predator Eyes. Isagi told Barou that he uses his spatial awareness to position himself in spots where he can control the battlefield. Now Barou is doing the exact same way, except in his own way. He is now an organized team, but he now positions himself in spots where he can let his opponent's guard down and score. He learned a lot from Isagi in that moment, and you can tell Isagi was a big part of that. Now Predator Eye works a lot differently than metavision. They both have very good visual abilities, but Predator Eye mainly focuses on the goalkeeper, whereas metavision surveys the entire field, standing above it as a god. Now Predator Eye is really only useful in offense, as it is mainly a way to mass produce goals and outread the goalkeeper. Metavision can be used on offense and defense, but it is very draining on the body, and Isagi also uses egocentrism to be able to spot out everyone's protagonism or abilities on the field. They both have their great uses and weaknesses. I know there will be more visual powers in the future as more people are gaining metavision, and now with Predator Eye there is bound to be more that can be used by others. Predator Eye is a perfect weapon for a striker and utilizes their abilities to the fullest extent. Now some say will Isagi try to copy this move as well. I don't think he will, as he cannot utilize metavision and Predator Eye at the same time, and for Barou to pull off his abilities to the fullest, he still needs a system like Ubers that work with strategies to get him in spots to score goals. Ubers were able to throw off Gagamaru's timing, which allowed him to score. This is a system they run, and I don't think it could just be copied by anyone, just like how metavision cannot be copied by anyone. Also, even though Isagi realizes how dangerous Barou's new weapon is, he still believes in his metavision and tells himself that it's still better. I think Isagi will gain more visual power, but it will not be from Predator Eye. Predator Eye is mainly a 1v1 duel between striker and goalkeeper, and Isagi has been learning to utilize his skills to win his 1v1s, but I think it will be from something else. He wants to use his lefty shot to dominate the game, and we will see how he adapts to the situation as Nico has now gained metavision. Well, these are mainly just thoughts and theories on exactly what could happen in the future. Bluelock has shown us time and time again the uncertainty of players and just what they bring into the series. I originally thought the Uber system was going to be a short arc as we then head into the ultimate game, which is Moonchan vs PXG, but it looks like the Uber's match is now going to take a deep dive and be a bit longer as they are setting up the characters for more plot and adding backstories and subtle points of information about every character. I really am excited to keep seeing the use of new abilities that bluelock has to offer. With the introduction of Predator Eye, the sky's the limit and we have no idea what other weapons could be introduced soon enough. Do you guys think Barou's ability is really good or not that exciting? I think it fits him as he now can produce mass goals and take over as a top striker. He has the ego and personality to match, so it only makes sense. His dual opponent is Gagamaru, so it would be an interesting matchup to see if Gagamaru can fix his timing and stop Barou. With Predator Eye, Barou can see the goal in many new ways. Hiyori even questioned just what kind of visualization training are they doing over at Ubers. We have not seen much of the practice that the teams are doing, but we do know that Ubers are training in an entirely different way, as they look to mainly improve certain aspects of their game rather than just a broad list of basic skills. This type of training is what allowed Barou to gain his Predator Eye and also gave him the supporting cast to achieve his goals. This game is setting up to be a long grueler and I wonder just who will come out on top. The plot thickens more and more as we continue the next chapter titled Game Changer. Well, I thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back in the next one. Peace.